Verse 864. Thus reality is imagined to be something other than itself by the differentiation of knower and known. The dull-witted do not understand it, and what is beyond description is talked about. So verse 864. There have been a lot of verses before it, and a lot of videos, a lot of words, and always we must be wary of a particular danger, to think that this is a mental exercise. Words can be used in different ways, and the words that are used in these verses are being used in a way different to the words in a conversation, different to the words in a story, different to the words in a song, different to the words in a poem. They're being used in very different ways. They're being used as pointers. They are words that are pointing to something beyond words. And it's very easy to forget this. Perhaps there's been an occasion where I've forgotten it in the course of these videos. But you can pick me up on this. Although I have to say most of the time I'm quite aware of this pitfall of getting lost in different uses, different ways that we use words. And a simple way to tell is if there's been some moment at least of realization during the course of this video. If these words have poked you into some kind of wakefulness, but this is what this verse is saying, isn't it? The dull-witted do not understand it, and what is beyond description is talked about. The point of talking about what is beyond description isn't to talk about it, it's to realize it, it's to see it for yourself. It's to see it for yourself in the awareness that is hearing these words. The awareness which is where you are. The awareness which is aware of everything, where you are. And when you come back to this awareness where you are, where I am, this is where everything is. There is no differentiation between knower and known. There is only the knowing going on. And this is a pretty well-established formula, isn't it? There is only the knowing going on. But this is what we have to come back to this pure knowing, or as I usually describe it, pure experiencing. There isn't somebody experiencing anything. There isn't anything to experience. There's only experiencing going on. This is our practice. There isn't anything that we have to figure out with our heads. Hopefully, by the time you've got to this verse 864, you know this, you've realized this. It's just a question of being prompted again. Next verse. talks about the problems of talking about it. So I'll just read this. Verse 865. As the ignorant make a sandalwood drum by taking something else which appears like sandalwood and aloe wood, so is true knowledge to be distinguished from that of the theorisers. This is the difference between spirituality and philosophy. Philosophy can only ever talk about realization. Spirituality is about realization. Philosophy is about the intellect. It's about exercising the intellect. Spirituality is about clarity. When the knower and the known are dropped, then there is simply clarity. There's simply what is. We're not interested in making a particular sound, banging a particular drum. We're not interested in emulating a particular sound. We make whatever sound is necessary in order to point others to this truth, to this realization. And we don't do this through mental constructs. Although, when you come to realization of truth, you can use the mind. You have to use the mind. If you're using words, you have to use the mind. And perhaps you can come up with some metaphors or analogies which can help somebody else dismantle their own mental constructs which are impeding their realization and point them in the right direction. So really, we have to be very wary of words. All these words in all these videos, they are not words with content. They are not words with substance. They are not words which are trying to make a certain point. They are not words which are trying to have a certain effect. They are words which are pointing to what is hearing the words, your awareness. Your awareness which you can abide in. This is your practice. This is our practice.